So I want to just do another little live feed about the Her Majesty's Penitentiary before I go. Back in the day when I was at Her Majesty's Penitentiary, pardon me? No. Facebook, and then we'll transfer it all because it's too hard on me, right? I just want to go back a little bit of history about Her Majesty's Penitentiary. Everybody talking about Dr. Craig, Dr. Craig, Dr. Craig. Well, I just like to inform everybody. Back in the day when I went first to Her Majesty's Penitentiary as an inmate, as a young man, I was introduced to Dr. Palsy. So Dr. Craig wasn't even heard of. So Dr. Palsy, he used to take me down into the back room with the guards, and they used to get these little brown bottles, little tiny brown bottles. And they used to snap the tops on them. And they used to put the syringe down into them and suck this liquid, really dark liquid up out of the syringe. And you could see the syringe, really black syringes. And we'd bend over and we'd pull our pants down and he'd inject it into her ass. Great big huge syringe full of black liquid. And then Dr. Palsy, he'd give us a big cup. Great big pill cup, and there'd be 20 pills into it. So what we'd do, we'd swallow the 20 pills and wash it down with a glass of water. By the time you got from Dr. Palsy's office out into the elevator, you would be semi-unconscious. You would be staggering, slurring, and you'd have no movement in your body. Then they put you up on the range, and I'm not trying to brag or I'm not trying to misconstrue anything, but, we used to have the home brews on the range. The guards would bring us in the drugs. The cooks would bring us in the drugs. And we used to party on the range, drinking drugs, needles full of drugs in our ass from the Dr. Palsy. And the staff used to pump us, or pump me. I was the gladiator. Fight, fight, fight. Every range, fight, fight, fight. So I spent a lot of time being the guards' gladiators. After Dr. Palsy used to inject me in the ass with the drugs from these black bottles. And, so the victims in society and taxpayers, guards bringing me in drugs and doctors injecting drugs in me with my mental state, I was a pretty confused individual. So on top of that, then guards, I say 90% of the times I've been so high on drugs and drunk that when the staff will come in for counts, I just might hypothetically tell them one and go to fuck. And they'd sucker punch you and they'll drag you to the hole. And the worst ride is from the elevator to Unit 1. Because when you're in the elevator, they'll rib kick you and they'll knee you. But when you're off the elevator, that's when they can all get at you. That's when you go to the floor. And that's where you're dragged from the elevator right into Unit 1, into the back hole. That's when you get the boots laid, your balls kicked in, they jump on your head. And so my lasting impression out of all this is, I can tell you from back in the days of torture into the back rooms with no mattresses, hog-tied, your body cut, your clothes cut off you with scissors, and your body kicked. So I don't know if that's torture or whatever the words you might want to use, but Her Majesty's Penitentiary has left a lasting impression on me because I'm straight, I'm clean, I'm sober, I'll never slash up, I'll never kill myself. And I can come down in front of Her Majesty's Penitentiary and spend 365 days a year walking 12 hours a day because Her Majesty's Penitentiary made me the Lion King that I am. By kicking me from the elevators down to Unit 1, kicking my balls in, jumping on my head, you made me strong, you made me the Lion King that I am, taking me into the cell, into the first cell by the showers, where there's a hole in the floor where you shit and you squat your shit down with your dinner plate. There's no toilet, there's no sink, there's nothing in there when I was there. So being in that cell with a bag and kicked and just hogtied, and my clothes cut off me. You made me a Lion King. And growing up on Shea Heights, you know, the way I did, I'm Lion King. We moved out of Shea Heights early, then we moved down on Patrick Street. So now I had to tackle Buckmaster Circle and the blocks. So I never had an easy life coming from Shea Heights down to Patrick Street. Now I got to fight people from Buckmaster Circle. Now I got to fight people from the blocks. So I'm Lion King, right? Banging all that heroin in my arm, going through hepatitis C, banging, smoking crack, smoking speed, living on the streets of East Hastings, living in Calgary, living in Newfoundland. This epidemic and the sexual abuse and the kicks to the balls and kicks to the head and jumped and stabbed and shot and being in prisons all through Canada, going through holes and being stabbed and stabbing inmates and violence and chaos and anarchy. It made me Lion King. I swear, I feel really content. I really am clean. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. I smoke marijuana, man, and I'm going to smoke marijuana until I'm dead. It's a herb that God put on Mother Earth. We found a cause and the cure for it. You can eat it for cookies. You can eat it for creams. You can put it on for bags underneath your eyes. So I'll smoke marijuana for life. I'll pray today to God I'll never do another pill or coke or other drugs because my body is the temple of the Lord. So now I have to go back to Toronto, be with my fiance, be with my kids. But always remember one thing. Lisa Reardon was the biggest part of this whole movement. So now I'm asking Society of Newfoundland that she hooked on me and got the Lion King brought out of me. Now I'm asking every single person in Newfoundland now to grab onto Lisa and help her in her life and her Lion King, or her lioness. I want the government, politicians. She's well more spoken than I am. She's got a lot of great thoughts. We're on the kind of same wavelength. We got the same meaning, the same purpose, the same drive. She's almost went through the same things I did on a different level, but it's all her pain and struggles. She's gained a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge. She's taught me a lot. That's where I'm growing today, and that's where I'm at. Our friendship, our communication for each other. You know, it's all about Mike Williams, but remember behind the scenes, Lisa Reardon was here too, doing her 12-hour shifts, her phone calls, her phone bills, her gigabytes are gone up to $600 or $700. So, you know, think about her now that I'm going back to Newfoundland. Is the government going to reach out to her? Is a politician going to reach out to her? Is somebody in some big business want to reach out to her? She has a lot of knowledge. She went through a lot of struggle. That's why she's the lady that she is today. She was always a lady growing up, and everybody remembers her as I do. When we hung with her and Paul, she always held herself classy. She was well respected. She talked properly, and she wasn't a drug addict. That's why I connected with her as a person. So now it's up to ye. Now connect all your problems, all your social media, all your GoMe fund. I want you now to go to Lisa with that. Lisa will keep in touch with me from Toronto. But if you really want a strong voice in Newfoundland, you want to be heard, this new government that come out, we're going to hook Lisa up in this government. And she's going to run as independent. I'll guarantee you from the bottom of my heart, I've met millions of people in prisons, street, mafia, organized crime, a lot of well-respected people, politicians, lawyers, government, psychiatry, psychology, church people. I don't really trust a lot of people, but I guarantee you, Lisa Reardon, I have faith in her. So now if you want to show your support over to her, let's keep this movement going. Keep her with the petition going. Keep her motivated. Let's get her elected into the House of Assembly. We're going to put her now into a government position. And Lisa Reardon is going to be your voice. She's going to now register as a politician. She's going to get her signs done up. We're going to get her voted into the House of Assembly. And I want Lisa Reardon to be the power and the voice for me. I'll help her from behind the scenes with my knowledge. But all my power I want to pass over to Lisa. We're going to get her elected into the House of Assembly. And then we'll see Andrew Parsons. We'll see Ches Crosby from across the aisle with Lisa Reardon's eyes, with the whole community support that you'll bring to Lisa. Now she's going to have the voice. If Lisa Reardon, a lady in public, got the cojones to walk into a party, into the boathouse, and look Mr. Andrew Parsons in the eyes and confront him. That's the power we need in government. So that's just a little feed that I wanted to get out of my way. Have a great day. I'm going to pump feeds until I'm gone. But always remember, this wasn't about me. It was about a whole community in Newfoundland. Now bring it together. Keep Lisa Verdigan at the forefront. And I appreciate your time and effort. Have a great day and inbox me with any concerns or questions. Thank you.